New Radio Sports Network and 105.1 The Goat as we get ready for the second round of the WIAA baseball tournament. We're joined right now by the head coach of the Sevastopol Pioneers, Tom Ash, who beat NEW Lutheran last week 7-2 to get to this point. And, Coach, I guess, first of all, congratulations. And what really stood out to you in that game that led to the success that you had?
Well, thank you. Yeah. So I guess what really stood out to me was the excellent week of preparation that we had prior to that game. The guys were really focused. You kind of see the seniors, it was sinking in a little bit that, now it's win or lose, win or go home. And they really put in a great week of practice. And then when we got to the game, they just carried that intensity right through and just took off hitting the ball and doing the little things right that we preach on every day.
Now, you did out-hit them 11-3. How important is it to have a strong tournament start like you had as you progress, and then you'll obviously face a pretty familiar opponent tonight against Gibraltar?
Yeah, for sure. Confidence is a big thing. So coming out of beating a team for the third time in the season and having that confidence of hitting the ball well going into a familiar foe of Gibraltar, that really does help prepare those kids to go to the next level.
Now, one of your stars on your team, we actually had a chance to talk to him last week as we interview all the valedictorians. Jack DeYoung had multiple hits in the game, and, of course, he was able to really limit the Blizzards, just 2 runs on the 2 hits, struck out 3 in that game. And what can you say about the performances that he's been able to give you all season long?
Yeah, Jack has been a great leader for us, not only as a leader, as an academic student, as you mentioned, being a valedictorian. He is, he's been our top pitcher and leader for the younger kids on the team, and I'm fortunate. I have 5 strong seniors that are help leading the way here.
And one of those seniors is, well, your own son. You're familiar with him, Frankie Ash, and You got the opportunity to step in to coach after Kent Berkeley had some medical issues. They had to step inside. How much have you valued these last 2 years to be able to be the head coach of the baseball team with your own son on it?
Yeah, it's kind of a familiar thing. I've been coaching this group of seniors that I have. I've been coaching them in and out of many seasons since they were probably 10 years old. So, this is kind of a neat thing that I could kind of step in and help out the school when they were in need and try to take these seniors on to the next level as far as, it's been a while since we've had a regional win and hoping to get a second one tonight.
And when you reflect on the season that it has been, as we are once again joined by head coach Tom Ash of the Sevastopol baseball team, when you look back at this past season, Coach, what has been maybe the highlight or the aspect of this season that you will look back on finally, or hopefully we'll see more of here in the future?
Yeah, I mean, we look back at the season that we had. It wasn't what we anticipated as a group or our goals that we had set, but you could just slowly see them building to the point where I always tell the guys, it's not necessarily a race to get there. It's get ready, be prepared, come tournament time, and they truly are playing their best baseball at this time of the season.
Taking a look at your opponent tonight, Gibraltar, they beat you on May 10th, 17-9, and when you kind of reflect on that game, what were maybe the things that maybe just didn't go right, that if you're able to correct them, you should have a different opportunity to get a victory here?
Yeah, so you look back at that score, and that game was way closer than what that score tells you. We were literally tied 9-9 in the 5th inning. It was, we were battling back and forth with hits at that game. One thing I didn't have my number 1 pitcher available that day due to pitch counts. Obviously, now we have some rest, so I got both my 1-2 ready to go tonight. And then if we could jump out early tonight and score a few runs and get the lead early, it's a lot better to play from the front, obviously, than trying to catch up.
And when you take a look at your game tonight, let's say you're able to get the lead, how does that kind of affect your managing with, a potential regional title game later this week?
Well, yeah, it makes it tough. Obviously the regional final game, if we would be fortunate enough to win, is tomorrow night already. So pitch count is always a deal. But you don't win tonight, you can't move on. So I do have a four-man pitching crew staffing that I am comfortable with, but we're down to tonight. We got to win first.
Fill in the blank time, Coach. Before we let you go, Sevastopol is able to pick up the victory tonight against Gibraltar if your team is able to do what?
Yeah, we're able just to hit the ball and do the little things right. Again, we preach that at practice every day. Do the little things right. Hit your cutoffs. Field the ball. Make good throws. Those are the little things that are going to win a game.
Head coach Tom Ash, as they prepare, the Sevastopol Pioneers prepare to play the Gibraltar Vikings this afternoon. That game can be heard on 105.1 The GOAT and the new Radio Sports Network. Coach, as always, we thank you so much for the time, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
And you're listening to the new Radio Sports Network.